So guys, I have been on a cut for the last 8 weeks and I have dropped well over 2 stone. Um, Mostly from walking. I basically decided to walk more. I changed my diet completely. I've cut out alcohol. I've changed my water intake. I've cleaned up my entire diet and I've literally at one point just penny dropped. I was like, right, competition mode. And that's how my mindset can change overnight. I can literally flip the switch, go from eating and drinking what I want to then get into competition mode. And it's very hard for most people to do that because we've got too many comforts and foods that we enjoy. Just to give you an idea of my training right now. I am doing weight training 5 times a week. I'm walking 2 hours a day every day. So my target is to burn 1,000 calories a day just by walking. So over a week, that's a guaranteed 2 pounds of body fat a week. Also, after exercise, probably once, twice a week, I do a bit of HIIT for about 15 minutes. I've gone back into doing martial arts as well, so twice a week I'm doing some light sparring with some heavyweight fighters on a Wednesday, and I'm doing taekwondo come kickboxing as well once a week. Gone back into doing a bit of yoga as well, and it's just by getting that whole balance really. It's so critical, it's so important, and I'm competing this year natural. I've never taken a sports enhancer drug in my entire life, and I've been lifting weights since I was pretty much 12, 13 years of age, where I bought my first set of dumbbells. I'm now 35 years of age. Because I've been through a lot in my life, mentally I can switch off to a lot of difficulties, especially when it comes to the diet, the training, the exercise, the strategy. And because I'm an experienced competitor as well, to the point where I've been on stage in the likes of Los Angeles and in London, and I've done some hardcore shows. I've not been afraid to throw myself at the deep end. I've learned a lot from there, and I've also worked with a lot of top coaches, and I'm friends with a lot of top bodybuilding coaches and a lot of top global bodybuilders and physique competitors. So I've just learnt off them, and the best thing I did, being honest with you, is I decided to have a complete break from competing back in 2019. I decided to actually, in my mind, I was like, right, that's it, I'm having a serious break. I was even in my head, right, that's it, I'm retiring from it. Because it was so hardcore. I was doing so much hard, intense exercise. I was effectively making myself ill. And since that last competition, I've decided to just like bulk up certain areas. So I've really worked on my shoulder width, I've worked on my chest, my arms, etc. And I've just focused on growth and trying to stay so super lean, and most days in a deficit and over exercising. You cannot grow these certain areas. So I basically decided to have a good year off, and then obviously COVID happened, so I had another extended year off where I was going to compete last year, and all I did last year was pretty much eat what I wanted. And thankfully I've got my own gym, it's my workplace, so I went and used it 3-4 days a week, doing nothing but hardcore push and pull movements and squats, and doing a lot of hardcore old school exercises, a lot of compound movements, a lot of functional movements, and I just simply did 5 sets of 5 reps and just ate loads. And my word, my body has completely changed. The arm density, the shoulder density, every part of me just feels pumped all the time. And my training strategy has changed somewhat. Now I'm on the cut. I've introduced more supplements, like I said, with the walking routine. That's really helping. I'm still doing the high intensity with weight training, but I've introduced a drop set at the end of every exercise I do. I warm up more so because I want to offset injury. I do a lot of flexibility, and I'm doing some ab exercises during every workout as well. And already, if you've seen my previous YouTube videos, if you watch me on Instagram, Gavin Townsend Fitness, you only have to look through the photos the last 6 months and already you can see my jawline changing. Like I say, that's usually the first thing I find when I'm losing fat weight. My jawline kicks in, my neck gets a little bit leaner. I'm starting to get my hand round my sides. Love handles are slowly coming down. The lower abdomen region of body fat is always the last for me to cut. But like I say, I was 18 and a half stone at the start of the year. I'm now just under 16. And I'll be honest, I'm a typical bodybuilder. I like a good off season. My cousin always says, if your abs are showing, you're not bulking properly. And the best thing I did was had a solid break from competing the last 3 years. And just going back to old school methods, feeding my body, allowing it to grow, allowing it to heal. Now I can go and hit these shows with good focus, and yeah, let's see what the outcome is. So I'm doing the Arnold show in October. I've got a stand there, no pressure, for gym being, but also I'm doing the men's open, and I'm also doing the over 35 category because I'm getting old. But the weird thing is now I feel like I'm in the best shape ever in terms of muscularity. I feel like I can cut in harder than ever before. I look at my previous photos of the WBFF in 2016 and in London, UK, and I recognise that I've put on over a stone in lean muscle mass since then, from statistics, from doing all the body stats and so forth. And I just feel much wider, and I've done my measurements and whatever else. So I'm very excited to see what the outcome is this year. But the funny thing is, and I find this all the time when I get super lean at some point, I have people come out of the woodworks who wouldn't ask my advice when I was a bit bigger, just desperately ask me, how'd you get those abs? How'd you get so ripped? I do accept now, more so than ever in our culture, in Western culture especially, we are so egocentric, image focused, body perfection focused. And you know what, personally for me, I'm getting leaner because I'm getting older. I've decided that carrying this excess weight, I talk about heart disease all the time, you know, I'm done with it now. I've gone through the bulks and the cuts and bulks and cuts. I've bulked and cut probably about 8 times in the last 15 years, and I just want to be fit and healthy. So hence why when I get out of the bodybuilding season this year, I'm going into my martial arts. I'm going into doing other activities. So being fit and lean is the outcome of this cut. I don't want to be like a typical bodybuilder. I'm like gaunt, half cut, dead to the world, and fixated on junk food immediately after the event. And no, I want to get shredded and then just bounce back up to being lean and pursue doing the likes of martial arts and whatever else. So there we go. That's a bit of an open update on where I'm at. It is mid-May. I'm going to see where I'm at the end of the month, and then I'm going to start booking some more competitions. So feel free to follow my journey on the YouTube channel here. Also feel free to follow me on Instagram, Gavin Townsend Fitness. If you've got any questions on fitness, make sure to send them through the Instagram page, and I'll do a video on it. So if you go as far as give me a decent, sensible question, something that I haven't answered before via my YouTube channel, I will basically go as far as doing a video. I'm trying to build some quality content out there, and my biggest frustration today in the fitness industry is well, 2 things really. One is that we definitely judge a book by its cover. I'm so knowledgeable in the world of fitness, and yet when you're big and bulky and muscular and you've got a bit of body fat, people are so judgmental. When I get down to like the sub 5% body fat, super ripped and shredded, everyone wants my advice, and it's great on one hand, but it's kind of annoying at the same time as well. My second biggest pet hate in the fitness industry today is the instant gratification and the correlation with that with mental health with people. People have no idea of the amount of strain and pain I'm prepared to put my body through to get to where I want to be, but it's because I'm so mentally sharp here, I'll breeze through it. So I've been armed, robbed, crawled out of a sports car, almost drowned diving. I've almost had to close my business down twice in the last 15 years, thanks to Boris last year and back when I was early 20s. I pulled through it, I got on top. And it's by having that sort of focused, take no prisoners, dog eat dog sort of attitude mindset. Well, wasn't COVID. I can pretty much throw myself at anything, and it was all these life lessons over the years which has put me into a position where I can openly say right now I'm in the best mindset, the most focused mindset, and most motivated to take this shit to another level. And I'm doing it without the use of drugs. So I am openly going to say this, I'm going to be competing against people who are blatantly taking gear, who are juicing themselves up to the eyeballs, and I am completely natural in the sense that the only thing I take is stuff that you can buy from the likes of Holland and Barrett's. I've just learned so much about nutrition, fitness, exercise. My background when I was a teenager was national athletics and martial arts. I know how to get super lean, but more importantly, I know how to strategize and I know how to stick to that strategy. My coach this year is myself. I coach myself, I train myself, I've got a strategy, I know how it works. So there we go. It's what time is it? It is 10 to 12 at night. It's been a long day. Been on my feet a lot of the time today. 2 hours of walking, hardcore back session, and I've just finished my only meal of the day. Keto OMAD. Research it. Wouldn't recommend it for most people because it's hard. It's really hard on the mind as much as the body. But that I'll discuss in a few months' time. Not at the moment. I'll show everyone the before and after photos and all that. But yeah, I'm going to do videos like this occasionally on my YouTube, just show you where I'm at with my physique journey. But like I've said, the biggest frustration and concerns I have for this industry is the instant gratification mindset and also the lack of respect for knowledge in the industry as well. Just because someone's shredded and juiced up to the eyeballs doesn't mean they're knowledgeable or working with the general Joe public. It's sad to say that, but that's the honest truth of this industry. It's very warped, Instagram image centric, filter orientated. Also, I meet so many people who are very weak in the mind, and that's why I'm saying I am hardened beyond belief. I'm very emotionally resilient. So I have been armed, robbed. I've been at the side of a friend's bedside at a hospital who's been stabbed many times. A friend's been macheted. I've seen a lot in my life. I've seen and heard a lot of conversations which would make most people stay up at night. I've openly had a conversation with someone whose friend was found in the walls of Fred and Rose West. I've met someone whose whole family was macheted to death in Africa. I can't make this shit up, seriously guys. So when I put all this pain and anger and frustration into my sport and into my fitness and into my body, no stopping me, mate. So there we go, bit of motivation, bit of life experience for you there, a bit of openness as well, and it's going to be a good year. And look, even if I don't win, I'll still have a great 6-pack, 8-pack at the end of the year, and do lots of photos, and I'll look good on Instagram. So guys, if you've got a question, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Gavin Townsend Fitness. Send your questions there. If you like what I'm about, hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing more motivation and fitness, putting more nutritional videos on this channel, and sharing as much knowledge and information as possible. I'm Gavin Townsend, your transformation guru, the owner of the Transformation Gym and the Gym Being brand. Thank you for watching.